One of the most important questions is, how did Hashirama die? Now, what do we know? We know that he's the son of Butsuma Senju, who was this very strict father. Grew up at a time where lives were difficult, fighting against the Uchiha. And at that time, it was a really sad time because children were dying. And it's really heart-wrenching and emotional when you see children fighting and dying. We know that Hashirama Senju was born in quite a big family. He had quite a lot of brothers. This is his brother Itama Senju. He had another brother called Kawarama. He had another brother called Tobirama. And these guys were all great shinobis. We know that two died in infancy, very, very young ages. Tobirama obviously survived for a lot longer. Now we know Tobirama was always one to survive because how smart he was. He was really, really smart. This brother, Kawarama and Itama, unfortunately died. I genuinely was really sorry and sad when both of these two died. They were so cute. Man, it's crazy. But this is what made Hashirama so powerful. Is because he lived in tough times. And people say tough times don't last, tough people do. And tough times equal tough people. I think Hashirama was a superstar of a shinobi, also known as the god of all shinobis. What a shinobi he was. And you know, if I'm right in saying, one of the only types of shinobis that could use wood style jitsu, one of the only type of shinobis that could use one hand signs, one of the only shinobis to like control bijus like it was nothing. He then met Madara, and then he had this wonderful relationship with Uchiha Madara, and they became really close. They had this vision where they can save people, where they can make the village of Konoha, where young shinobis are trained rather than kill each other. We then know that he got married as well, becoming the first Hokage, or Shodaya Hokage. He got married to Uzumaki Mito, and she also was the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, if I'm right in saying. I just want to say this one thing is, how did Senju Hashirama die? That is the question. We know that no man in the history of Naruto could have beat Hashirama besides probably the Sage of Six Paths, maybe Indra and Ashura, maybe, very maybe. But we do know that nobody defeated him in battle. We know this. Also, we know that he was harder than everybody. I mean, he took on Uchiha Madara. We also know that Kakuzo, the assassin, did try to assassinate Senju Hashirama, but he failed. Now, if anybody killed Hashirama, I think they had the biggest and highest bragging rights of all time. So that didn't happen. Did he die of old age? With Senjus, you can't really tell their age because they look really young and they're really physical. One thing I definitely think is that Senju Hashirama actually died from all the battle wounds that he went through, all the regeneration and mitosis he had to go through from all them battles. And he had a really hard life, so he died of natural causes essentially, but then also accelerated by the amount of fights and wars that he saw. And I think that's how Senju Hashirama died. Thank you very much for watching. You know, what a shinobi he was, because at the end of the day, no one could stand up